The 2018 Formance Automotive Aus Time Attack brought out some of the best street and time attack cars to Wakefield Raceway near Goulburn for an action-packed day of close racing.
Hi, my name's John Boston, Director of Aus Time Attack and Track School. Here we are at Wakefield Park for the 2018 event. There's a lot of grassroots motorsport out there, and that's what I try to help educate people, I guess, from the track school business and getting them to go to that next step. But there's so many cars that sit around, obviously, for 11 and a half months of the year, and and then it's a big rush to get it ready for that event. So just creating an event at, an iconic track. We call it the Spectators Track because it's one of those unique venues where you can actually see the whole 2.2 Ks. And just going back to the grassroots like it was at Superlap at Oran Park in 2008 and 2009. So we run essentially the same classes as World Time Attack to make it easy for cars to be compliant. So we've got Club Sprint, we've got Open, and we've got Pro. The times are spread all over the place. We're not all about the fast cars. We want the people at the introduction level. Some cars are completely stock standard, especially like the little Hyundai i30N driven by Andrew Hawkins. Then we've got the Open cars. They're the fast boys here, and they have been all throughout the years we've been running this event. So, and then we've got a couple of pro cars as well, where the pro cars are doing 103. So it's not all the top tier cars, because a lot of people know to those high-end cars, it costs a lot of money to get those on track. So, as I said, it just goes to show, the Club Sprint guys are really, and girls, are supporting this event immensely. So I really want to thank, obviously, our main supporters of Formance. They're the naming rights sponsor. Lewis and Steph have stepped in to help us with the event, and without them we wouldn't be able to do the things that we are doing. And obviously over the next 12 months you're going to see a lot of social media, and then hopefully make it bigger and better in 2019. NULON, they've been fantastic to us. Last year they came with a heap of product, and they're back again this year, supplying a whole heap of product. We've got some great surprises which you'll see obviously at the presentation, which we haven't announced, which we're going to be doing, especially for the Club Sprint guys, because they've supported us. We're going to support them a lot. Then obviously Track School, and then obviously Jet Multimedia Motive DVD. We can't thank them enough, obviously, for helping out and doing the things that you guys are doing.
Hi guys, my name's Lindsay. I'm from Formance Automotive. We're located in Artarmon, Sydney. We're down here today at Australian Time Attack, down at Goulburn, and we're looking like we're going to have a great day. It's a great turnout with people and great weather on the track. Okay, Formance Automotive is exactly what it is. It's everything automotive. We do general servicing on the cars, performance upgrades, suspension upgrades, transplants. We build drift cars. We've pretty much got our finger in every type of pie that you can look at. We've got the APA racing cars, as mentioned, where we've got 4 here today. Behind me here we've got a MX-5 which we've done a turbo conversion on, and that car's basically a fun car. Over here to the right we've got what we really started off doing, which is Evolution Lancers, 600 kilowatts on E85, and we've built that car from the ground up with a stroke of 2.3. Over further we have Warwick Hill Drift's E46 BMW, which is running a 1JZ, and that car's been built by us and Warwick from scratch. We work quite closely with John, especially on this track here, the open pit lane. Aus Time Attack's always been something that we've admired. We don't have all the crazy guys with the crazy cars that come in from around the world internationally, so it's good to see grassroots here. It's good to see all the local guys getting involved, and I think it's just mainly the passion because we love this track.
Chris here from NULON Oils. We're here today at Wakefield Park for Aus Time Attack. The sun's out, the air's cold, the turbos are singing. It's going to be a good day. So NULON as a business have been involved in grassroots motorsport for probably 6 years now. It's the pinnacle of amateur build-it-yourself cars. So you'll see everything from performance workshops to guys that are doing it in their own shed. We love it, we get behind it. We launched a series of race oils to support these guys. And here today we've got some prizing and products on display.
club sprint class had the biggest field of cars by far and had massive diversity. Everything from a stock hot hatch, like the Hyundai i30N that we brought along, to some machines capable of some serious lap times.
By just over a second, and that's another naturally aspirated car.
There was some drivers that were new to the sport of time attack, and in John's case, new to circuit racing altogether, being well known for his drag racing exploits in a 7-second GTR.
My name's John. You might know me from the GTR scene. I got RH7. But today we're doing a little bit different. We're at Wakefield having a bit of fun in an Evo. I've probably been mucking around with cars for a good over 30 years. I've had a lot of different styles of cars, but this is the first time into the circuit style stuff, and I absolutely love it. It's just such a buzz, love it.
John surprised everyone on the day, ripping out multiple 66-second laps. At the other end of the spectrum was time attack veteran Nick the Spartan Kalis in his Evo 10.
So my name is Nick Spartan Kalis. I'm driving this beautiful beast here. I call her Black Betty. So we're doing Aus Time Attack. We've done it quite a few years in a row. It's a great event, just like the old days. Raw, old school, good friends, coffee in the garage as well. I mean, what else could you ask for? For me, it's about spending as much time as I can on the track. And that way, I feel like I get my money's worth even more. You know, the fun factor is right up there.
Nick was straight into the 104s and a contender from his first session. The podium of Club Sprint was a fierce and diverse rivalry with a front-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive and four-wheel drive in the mix, all running low 104s. Nick Kalis's Evo, Stephen Wine's Civic, and Daniel Burton in the S2000. Coming into the shootout, Club Sprint was still up for grabs. Nick Kalis gave it his all, but he couldn't improve his time. Stephen Wine was the same, but held on to second place in Club Sprint. But Daniel Burton was able to better his time, running a 1:04.12.
Stoked. What a result, you know. I didn't expect to be at the pointy end come to this event, and thought it'd be sort of about maybe fifth, but to take it out, it's just unbelievable. Yeah, there's a few things in the bag that we want to do in terms of development for the car, so we'll keep chipping away at it and see where we end up come October.
The Spartan, Nick Kalis. Stephen Wang. Dan Burton. Well done, mate. Top job. Good job. Thanks,
yeah, thanks to all the organisers of the event sponsors, my sponsors, all my crew. They've certainly worked hard all day long. Yeah, what a great win.
Two cars entered into the Pro class. First up, Troy Patterson in the WRX STI. And from the Mitsubishi camp, Bill Galassi entered Pro class more because he could rather than he should, as the car is a genuine, driven street car that falls into open class only because of the sequential gearbox, but he wanted to compete in Pro. Jump on board for his quickest lap in the shootout.
Yeah, PB before the shootout was a 2-0, and we went, I think, 1:018. Yeah, 1:018. So before today, it was actually 1:029. A bit of suspension tweaking, thanks to Andre from Bilstein, Heisman, H&R Suspension. The work carried out by the team, but yeah, a bit of driving, bit of suspension, I suppose.
Billy.
First of all, I'd like to thank Foreman's for the naming rights sponsorship. Obviously, without sponsors, these events are hard to come by. NULON for their continuous support in the motorsport game. Wakefield Park for putting on a spectacular day. All the officials, marshals for a spectacular job. I think being a July weather, July weather, this is sort of the best we can ask for. Boz, we've known for a long time. Thank you very much for putting on a great show. Motive DVD for a sensational effort in the pits and obviously GoPros in cars. All the spectators and entrants, thank you very much. You made the day worthwhile and challenging.
Open class was also quite diverse and had some crazy machines. One of our favourite cars that brings a smile to everyone's dial is the Wakefield Racing R31, driven by Peter Caruthers. Don't be fooled by the good times look, the car runs 66 second lap times.
Peter Caruthers, we're at Wakefield Park for Time Attack, and I'm driving the awesome R31. Yeah, we just had a few beers, and we basically saw 24 Hours of Lemons and decided to enter it. So we, after a few tins, we came up with Wakefield Racing because it matches the Winfield colour scheme. And we went down to Bunnings, bought some aero and attached it to the car, and then went out and did a couple of 24-hour races. It was great fun. Well, I am a GTR owner, and it's on the hoist in my garage blown up, so I borrowed the tyres off my GTR and stuck it on the 31. Realistically, it's a really cheap car, and it's just awesome fun to drive, and it doesn't blow up like a GTR. Basically my favourite car, and it costs about, $5.50 to drive. It's just got a standard 25 Neo with a 30-37 Garrett on a 6-boost manifold and an RB25 gearbox, and Chinese pretty much everything on it, and a Adaptronic tuned by Mr. Jazz.
Another unique car competing in open class was Ian Porter's XR6 Ute, competing with the NULON Oils team.
Hey guys, Ian Porter here, driving for Team NULON at Wakefield Park for Aus Time Attack. Drunk one night, decided to do something a bit silly and had a mate with an XR6 Turbo Ute that was smashed, so decided to buy it off him and chop the rear off and put some independent suspension out of a 300 ZX and big wing and go racing. Well, it's fast for me. Probably not the fastest car out there, but it's fun to drive, and we took the wing off this morning and went and got a bit of drift practice.
Making a bit of a mini comeback at the four-man's Aus Time Attack was Dennis, the Menace, the main man, the Adonis Resi in the R32 Skyline GTR.
It used to be Lightning. Now I'm the badder, newer Jackson Storm, as you can see. I tried. I had a year off. I had some brake issues with the car, so just saved up some money, got my head back in the game, and I got Brypar on board to help me out with the brakes, and our brakes are good. Brakes are good now. Now I got to catch up to the car. So for the next 12 months, I'd like to do a few super sprints. If Ian Baker has me, I'd do a world time attack. I don't think I'll be very competitive because the field is just crazy how fast they are now. So yeah, I actually just want to enjoy the car. I've had the year off, so it's time to have fun in my own car. 2.6 stroke to a 2.8. We're running a 6870 turbo. We've got an Albin 6-speed ST6 behind it. Driving a 500 kilowatt sequential GDR. Being a year off, and I clearly remember coming down the straight at Wakefield Park about 3 weeks ago. I was so impressed. I just went, holy beep. So it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
RESI! Well done, mate. Congrats.
Podium for open class came down to some stalwarts of the time attack world. Third place and quickest rear-wheel drive was the mental V-Sport Toyota 86 driven by Nicholas Bates. Close your eyes and you swore that it was a V8 supercar lapping Wakefield. It's music to the ears.
Nicholas Bates in the mighty Toyota 86. Well done, mate. Top job. Very well done. Respectable third outright natural aspirated Nicholas Bates. Well done, mate. Yeah, that's right. You should. Nicholas Bates, third outright. Good job. Really good job.
Thanks to Bozo. Thanks to the sponsors to make it happen. John, Mick, Blake, thank you very much. They present an amazing car every time. I think everyone will agree. It's beautiful every time. It's super reliable and great fun to drive. So thanks, guys. Thank you.
The top two contenders were both front-wheel drives, both Hondas, and both under the magic 1 minute mark. BYP was sporting a new look for their trusty Honda Integra and managed a 58.784 second lap before their gearbox lost a cog. World Time Attack champions JD Emyard, with Adam Kazmiri driving the Honda Civic, were looking tough to beat, and they managed to rip out a 57-second lap, even with only one set of tyres and some small mechanical issues. Jump on board to see what a low 58-second lap looks like. Come the shootout, the tyres probably weren't up to it, but Adam had a red-hot go and his rally experience came in handy. Check out the wild lap that was still a 59-second run. It's mental.
job, mate. Well done. Great to get the car here. Come on, mate. Say something.
Say something, Benny.
Yeah, awesome event. We had a great day. We had a few mechanical issues. We broke 4 gears, still lap 58. But it was too much. We couldn't do the shootout, so we tried, but we'll make it happen next year.
Adam Kazmiri. You've got to say something now.
I'll say something for Bill. No, thank you, Boz, everyone at Wakefield. It was a great event. Haven't done one for a few years. Last time we were here, it was probably 4 years ago, I think. So it's good to be back. Thanks JD Emyard for doing everything. I suppose I help as much as I can, but I know Kit and Z and Dave and Aaron that came down today, and Jonas pays the bills, so thanks Jonas. They worked hard the last few months to make this happen. Benny, great job, mate. I was looking forward to racing at the end there, but I made a mistake, so I'm glad you didn't turn up. And yep, all the sponsors, if I haven't said that already, thank you. Cheers.
Four-man's Aus Time Attack saw some epic cars, close battles and awesome racing. Head to the website and Facebook page for more information on the next event, along with some more result information, photos and videos.